then would you mind if I ask for a testimonial of your experience working with InTune? You have been with us for 11 years. We have been serving you and Clarisound for 11 years.
Okay. And I've seen InTune grow over that time as well, and you yourself, really. So, and it's been a really nice process. And I was privileged and honored to attend the event that you had recently in thanking your clients for your years in business. So what would I say about InTune? Okay, I think, there are a couple of aspects of it. First of all is the human aspect, and then there is the technical aspect. So let me deal with the technical aspect first. When GST came along, obviously we had to change because it required automated invoicing, it required numbered consecutive invoicing, which we had never really done before. We used to use a manual invoicing system, handwritten, etc., etc. And for us to go to a automated system alone would have been really challenging because we wouldn't have known what to do, So I think, speaking some years on now, the fact that we are able to use a centralized invoicing system, which can be accessed by all of my outlets and can be accessed by my accounting team, if I may say, in the background, makes life so much easier, So to have software that everybody can get into and everybody can see what's going on all the time, it takes out so much effort and so much work. I mean, of course, the system has its issues, but they all do, But I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons. From a record keeping, from an accounting, even from a stock keeping point of view, we were able to keep an eye on our stock with the system. So I think it's just brilliant, really very, very good. And and I think the best thing about it is it didn't cost us anything. So it was part of the service that was offered. No, because if you buy these systems, they're expensive, but we were able to use it under your license. So that's been a great saving to the business in terms of unnecessary cost. These are what I call unproductive costs. They're not generating revenue, they're consuming it from a regulatory or accounting point of view. Accounts are always a cost, I'm afraid. They don't generate profit. But I think that is probably the major thing. And I would also say there is a competence thing that leads on from that. So again, the software is one thing, just like the hearing aids are one thing. You need to know how to operate it. You need to know how to maximize its benefit. You need to know how to get the best from it. And you need to be able to teach your clients how to do it. So I would say the transition that we made into that software was relatively easy. And made so by the degree of competence that you already had in it. So I think that was very professional, and that was a significant contributor to us at a very stressful time, because the introduction of GST was like, in some ways, it was even more scary than COVID. So because the penalties are worse, right?
Oh yes.
You don't get 2 years. You don't get 2 years in jail for catching COVID if you survive.
Yeah.
But GST, the penalties were really.
I like that.
Yeah. So when I saw first 50,000 ringgit fine or 2 years in jail, I'm like, Lily. So, and then I would say from the human point of view, you guys have been fantastic. Nothing is too much trouble. There's always a smile on your faces. There's a quiet confidence about the things that you do. And I know that my accounts are in good hands. I don't have to even think about it. I just read it. Sometimes a few questions, which always get clarified. So I think that there's those three aspects there. There's the technical side of it, there's the competence side of it, and there's the human side of it. There's just a pleasure to deal with you guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And then I think the credit goes to Money. Money has been handling since day one, since Clarisound joined with InTune.
Right, yeah, I know.
From the day she joined, so both of you are very special to InTune, and both of you are 11 years with InTune.
So Money, we're growing all together.
Right.
I look forward to the day that you have your own branch.
Yes.
So what will you do, Lily? Will you outsource us to another branch or what?
No, my one of the reasons why I aspire to have branch is that is the growth path for my staff, because
Yes.
there is yes, and then many accountants also aspire to be businessmen, and then I
Right.
have started my business from zero, just me and one staff, and there's just so much learning curve there, and this staff has been with me for long. Why not pave the way for them to be their own boss, own a
Yeah.
business, and we grow together? I think, yeah, that's where I'm heading. The people who have a passion for the business.
Yeah, that's fantastic. There's that word passion again, isn't it? It just keeps coming up. In successful people, that's what comes up, that word passion.
Yeah.
It's definitely a common denominator. It's not smartness, it's not sales ability, it's passion. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the thing that sets people apart.
And I put a lot of pressure on them to make sure you get certified, make sure you get licensed and all. Yeah. So we want to make sure that, everyone, who is passionate about having their own business and being an accountant and being of value to the SME communities out there, to spread the love. Yeah.
So that's the thing, you see, Lily. You are doing the things that I said earlier. That's caring about your people. That's making sure that they have development. That's having a commitment to them. That's that's helping people grow and changing people's lives. So you are doing the same thing.
Thank you, and hence I think both our vibes and and yes, that's right. And I enjoy working with you, and so does the team.
Thank you. We always try and make life as easy as possible.
Yes, you certainly do. You certainly do. Everyone in the company wants to, take care of your portfolio because you're so easy to work with. Yes. And,
oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, that's nice to know. Right.
You are very easy to work with. Yes.
Right.
All right. Down to 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Is there anything? Any questions that you have for us? And
yeah, let me just reverse it a little bit, Lily, if I can, because you've been asking the questions of me all the time. Should I ask you one?
Sure.
What about you during the pandemic? How did your business manage it? How did you manage it with your team?
Okay. It was a very stressful time for us. Thankfully, we were all on cloud. 2016, when GST came along, I somehow, or my business partner, Alex, somehow foresee that cloud is the way forward. So that was the year we implemented GST. That was the year we moved from our desktop accounting all to online, and that saved our business. So we had 1 week to prepare. We unplugged from the office and all of us work from home.
Right.
It was, I think, in terms of technology, there are issues here and there, like the internet connection is not so stable, we don't have files in office, but we managed to continue serving our client, making sure that, the bills are paid and the work goes on. But what was very challenging was that because it was a tough time for everyone, and my clients naturally turned to the accountants for some comfort, for all the announcements that were made. There was humongous chunk of information, and the clients were asking, which is applicable to me? Can I enjoy this benefit, and so on? Yeah. So it was a very busy time for InTune to focus out in making sure my clients get the wage subsidy and apply all the necessary for them. Yeah.
And can I just say, Lily, that was a fantastic thing that you did. So we didn't have to think about it. You just did everything for us. That was awesome, and that's truly appreciated.
Yeah. And then that's the reason for why InTune exists. That we want to take away all this pain from our clients. Yeah. So we did that. It was extremely busy, and then personally, I think it was very on my shoulder as well, and I also had my moments of breakdown, because of this period of that is just too tough for everyone, and I was very worried for my clients' businesses, and so it was a tough time, but I'm glad we did Yes, we managed it and couldn't have done it without the help of my team. And oh yeah, I remember there was one thing that we were so busy doing for our client was doing their financial projections.
Yes, the break-even points and
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we were rushing to meet everybody, to give them an idea of how it would look like. It was so uncertain, and provide some comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other thing, Lily, is that you haven't mentioned is you also decreased your fees over that period, or deferred some of them.
Yes, we did that.
So, which also helped your clients, I'm sure. So there was I forget, it was like 70%. You just charged 70% of the fees and then made it back later in the year, or that was also very much appreciated.
Yes,
So
we did that.
yeah.
So we are in all this together, and like you say, make a difference.
Yes, make a difference. Yeah, with passion.
Yes, with passion. Yeah.
So it's nice to see passionate accountants. This is a rare creature. Normally they're hunched over screens, or So to see passion and fire in accountants is brilliant, really.
Thank you so much. And then I think we have a friend listening to you from UK. Let's give a shout out.
Oh, Julian. All right. Yeah. He just joined it just before we finished. Julian is a good friend. Julian is a good friend of mine who is, I think he's working in a car park in Tesco's no, he's not, seriously. He lived in Malaysia for a while, but he had to go back to the UK, and I know he misses Malaysia terribly, especially the food.
Yeah, all right. I think what we would like to do now is that it's 9:30. It's time to wrap up. I think for viewers out there who would like a little bit more to know about, we have a free ebook to give away. That title, Your Most Important Number. Click on the link, and we will send you your free ebook. And yes, and we like to tell.
Can I just add one more thing? If anybody wants a free hearing check, go to clarisound.com. It's on our website.
Yes. Free hearing check, clarisound.com. That's on your website.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex typing that out. Yes. And anything from you, Mani?
Yeah, thanks for this time, Mr. Kieran. And it's really very benefit for the people out there who really don't know what is a hearing aid about. As long I only know the hearing aids is still can visible here.
No, we have invisible ones. They go right inside now. Yeah.
So
don't worry, Mani. When you reach that age, we'll take care of you. Okay?
For you have to take care of the account.
Special rates, right? Yeah. No, special rates, very special. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kieran.
And then, thank you so much. It's our honor, privilege, to serve you and to have you with us tonight. And
it's
our
been
audience,
an absolute pleasure. Right.
Yes, and have a good night. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Okay, bye. See you again.